Rhonda.
Hi, Lynne.
Welcome to Art and Bloom. On behalf of Lynne, congratulations on your award.
Very much.
It's very exciting. Yeah, this project is going to be something else for Wilmington, I think. A few minutes ago, we were standing on the 4th Street Bridge, and you were looking out over a panorama of the old rail line. Is that what you'd call it?
We call it the Wilmington Rail Trail.
So now it's going to be the rail trail when it gets transformed. So can I ask you, what is your vision for the cultural life of Wilmington in 2025? And how does this piece of land that's now so empty and barren looking play a part in that?
Looking out over the arts community in Wilmington over the next 4 years, I see the potential for tremendous growth. We're already seeing it, even in spite of the pandemic. We're seeing growth in every one of our creative corridors. The Central Business District, Castle Street, North 4th Street, which is, of course, where the Wilmington Rail Trail runs under. Also, the Cargo District, with new facilities coming online there. And most importantly, the Northern Riverfront area for our new Riverfront Park. So the potential is endless for us to really grow the arts community here.
And so the rail trail will be an important part of that, a central part for the city, because it's coming right into basically downtown.
Absolutely, and that's one of the reasons why we were really excited to partner with the North Carolina Department of Transportation Rail Division and the Wilmington Metropolitan Planning Organization on energizing this 6-block area in our inner city. So few cities are able to say that they have 6 blocks of unused space right in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
For a long time, the unused rail trail has just been a barrier for the community. So there's one part of the north side and there's the other part of the north side, depending upon what side of the tracks you were on. And so we envision this being a connector for all of those 2,000 or so residents in the area to partake and be a part of all of the other creative districts.
So how do you envision the rail trail functioning? Is it a place to walk, a place to bike, a place to look at art?
It will be a passive pedestrian plaza with cultural and recreational amenities. We envision murals, sculpture, hiking, biking, walking, picnicking, but a passive trail.
And it's the only way that those two parts of town could ever come together, right? Because otherwise it's a great big
right. So that's exactly what it is at this point. And so this allows them, whoever lives in that area that flanks the park, to have a way to get down into the Central Business District without crossing 3rd Street, a major thoroughfare. And so we're happy from a safety standpoint as well.
Yeah, excellent. So here's a question about the past and the present. If you think about how you felt about Wilmington in 2010, culturally, compared to now, what is the difference? The critical difference?
There are several critical differences. Chief among them, the fact that we now have an arts council. So in 2010, we did not have an arts council.
Right, okay.
The arts council was established in December of 2011. So,
okay.
And that was a soft launch. So having an entity to serve as the designated county partner to the North Carolina Arts Council, to have economic development relationships with both the city of Wilmington and New Hanover County in order to fulfill our mission of supporting artists and arts organizations through innovative public-private partnerships that support jobs, stimulate commerce, and showcase the region as an arts destination, is chief among among the many changes that have taken place since 2010.
So the Arts Council has played a huge role in developing this for Wilmington.
We like to think so.
Yeah. What is the timeline that you see for the rail trail going through its various stages?
So the next phase, and probably the most important other than implementation, is the design and engineering phase, which this grant supports.
Right.
We're very happy to be able to get the professional design and engineering that will ensure that we have a product that will last for generations and that we can all take advantage of. And so we expect that will take place over the next year.
Okay.
The commissioning and the actual conducting of that design and engineering study. And by that time, once we get that final plan down, we should be able to begin implementing it.
And that means paving, digging, refinishing, and then decorating is not the right word, is it? What's the right word for what we're going to do in the rail trail?
We are going to create place.
Good. That's very good.
We're
going to build environment, aren't we?
Yes, we are going to build environment
Yeah.
that is going to be conducive to the sharing of art and culture in our area.
Perfect. Thank you, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you again very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Hi, Tina.
Hello.
Well, welcome, and welcome to Win in its virtual place in the art gallery. And congratulations on winning this award.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're excited about it. So is intergenerational theater something new? Is it a new concept or?
It's new for us.
Okay.
I don't know if other theater companies have done this before, but I have researched other places in the country that have done multi-generational programs. And I just I read up as much as I could and then molded it to something we felt comfortable doing.
Right.
And when I was speaking with Justin Smith, our executive artistic director, about it, I told him, I said, well, we kind of already do this. When we produce shows, we have people of all ages, young students, teenagers, older adults, senior citizens, and we work together for about 3 to 5 weeks on every show in rehearsals, and then we run the show for 3 weekends. And so we've kind of already been doing that for 35 years, but now we're going to have after school programs that will be set up so twice a week folks will come and take part in classes.
So it's a formal arrangement.
It is.
And it culminates in a performance in December, so it goes from September to December?
Yes, it does. We've all signed up in our different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And then we reached out to, I can teach dance,
mm-hmm.
and I can assist the costumer with sewing. And then I reached out to our set designers that we use for our productions and our set painters, and some of our board members are artists. And so,
perfect.
So folks have stepped in and said, oh, I can teach that 1 week, or I can teach that 1 month. And we've just continued to add on.
So you've built a curriculum out of anybody who's willing and able to help you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like I said, we have 2 classes after school a week, 2 classes on Tuesday, 2 classes on Thursday. And then we will teach 1-day workshops that'll be on Saturdays.
Right. So Tina, tell me what makes you most excited about this grant.
Well, I'm really, really excited that we just got confirmation for our very first guest instructor that's coming to teach for one of our Saturday workshops. His name is DeAndre Woods, and he played Alexander Hamilton in Hamilton in the Broadway National Tour, which ended up in San Francisco for 21 weeks.
And what will he be teaching the kids in their classes?
He's going to be teaching original choreography from the Broadway show Hamilton.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Okay.
It's so
well,
great.
I think you need more than a weekend of shows at Thalian, because everyone will want to come.
Yep.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
We're excited.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you. We are thrilled.
Welcome, Christina and Linda from the Brooklyn Arts Music Academy. It's great that you're here, and congratulations on getting this award. Will you tell our WIN members a little bit about the Dorothy B. Johnson Pre-K and who the families are that you're serving there?
Sure. Yeah. So the Dorothy B. Johnson Pre-K is located in the north side of Wilmington. And the kids who go to this school come from a variety of backgrounds, but it is a Head Start program. So 90% of the kids who go here, their families come from below 130% of the federal poverty line. So a lot of them come from low income housing. And they are a really wonderful group of kids that we go in and work with at Dorothy B. Johnson.
When I saw your video, I saw a lot of clapping, jumping, dancing, picking things up from the floor. And so what is that all about? Because that's not music per se, right?
It's a lot of fun. So we do
Yeah.
a lot of movement activities. We do singing, music, and movement games. A lot of it is very game related. So whether we're doing instruments or scarves, egg shakers, but it's all carefully designed to try to enhance children's physical development, their cognitive development, their language development, and their social emotional skills. So we've been working to build a curriculum that strengthens all of those elements while playing with music.
They're very young children, right? They're three to five. So as young children, how do you know that they're actually improving?
Oh, there's so many ways.
Okay,
One
good.
of the you can see in their faces when they light up and they engage with what's going on. So we could actually do lots of different types of assessment within the classroom, but a lot of it is very participation based. You can see when kids are interacting. By the end of the semester, they learn the songs. They can fully participate physically with their language. They can participate in a group. So they learn so many skills throughout the classroom time that then we can watch them grow and change. It's really, really exciting to watch.
And
It's a lot of fun.
am I right that you have a concert at the end of the year so that every classroom is performing for family and friends?
Correct. Yes. So we do a concert at the end of the year. They all get to play for family and friends, and it's a really exciting time. Yes.
Yeah. So what are you two most excited about this grant? Could you have done it without this money? Are you?
We're really
So
excited.
excited.
We're so thankful and excited to have been awarded this grant, and we absolutely couldn't do it without the funding. Right now, we do go into Dorothy B. Johnson, and we do provide music classes, but not anywhere near enough. So
right now
we
only do half the amount of classes that there are. So there's 20 classes. Without this funding, only maybe 80 children would be serviced, as opposed to all 227 children, and just the impact that can make on not just Dorothy B. Johnson, but our community as a whole. That's if we can reach them when they're 3 to 5 years old, as opposed to when they're 18, it's going to be so much better for our community, our society as a whole.
Absolutely. And so Music is Life is your program. The two of you came up with it.
Yes.
And your goal at the moment is to introduce it ultimately to all the classrooms at pre-K in New Hanover County.
yes, we would
That's
love
not
to.
too bold
Yes.
a goal, is it?
I don't think so.
No,
I think
I
it's a
don't
very
think so.
achievable goal.
Yeah.
Good.
Takes lots of work.
Yes.
Well, again, congratulations,
Thank
and thank you for giving us something really great to invest in the community.
We're
Thank you
excited.
so much for having us. We're just so excited to be here and make an impact where we can with music.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome, Anne. I'm so happy you're here. Congratulations.
Thank
From
you so
when?
much, Lynne. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. No, we're thrilled that you've got this award. The USCT project is a really multi-dimensional endeavor, and it's going to change the value of CAM and value of the community. What excites you the most about it?
With our being entrusted with the stewardship of actual sacred ground, where men fought and died, that was such an unusual opportunity. And so that has enriched our work so very much. And to know in our work as stewards and educators of art, we know the power of art to tell the stories that we are. We are our stories. Mm-hmm. There will be children that will be able to, and adults too, they will be able to touch this work in human scale, cast and rendered from actual faces of men who are actually descendants, bloodkin of United States colored troops. And it's on the same plane with visitors. We're not putting it on a 20-foot plinth in the air.
A very accessible thing.
Yeah, and so there will be that recognition, that re-knowing, we hope, with oneself, and then of course the inscription of the names.
Yeah. How did Stephen Hayes come up with this idea? How did he know who he was trying to represent?
Each year, Lynn, since 2006, from 2006 to 2015, we hosted a large living history event upon the anniversary of the Battle of Forks Road, which led to the fall of Wilmington, the last seaport of the Confederacy. And we had gotten an initial grant from the Z. Smith Reynolds Foundation to go in search of a sculptor to work with this project. And we knew we wanted a North Carolina sculptor, one contributing in our state, an African-American artist. And Stephen came to us highly recommended by the North Carolina Arts Council. We work very closely with them in many regards. And so we invited Stephen to one of the living history events, which was in February. We wanted him to meet the United States Colored Troops reenactors because they have been our greatest teachers. These men are the keepers of the very stories in the most humble and effective way. They bring the stories to life. Right. And so we wanted Stephen to meet them, and we began conversation about their being descendants. And Stephen's mode of production is casting. Many sculptors, may sit before you and render a likeness in clay. Stephen works with plaster, with strips infused with lime and plaster, and casts from nature. And we knew that was his mode of production.
Ah, okay.
But the content, so what else came from that weekend? He met all these folks, and he's learning about Forks Road, and he's learning about the final victory. There were 2 battles at Fort Fisher south of here. Right. Finally, Union victory in January, 1 month later. The USCTs marched northward on both the east and west banks of the river, and there is a flotilla of warships coming up the Cape Fear. And the marching up Federal Point Road from Fort Fisher to where Cameron Art Museum is now, that captivated our sculptor, Stephen Hayes. The sound of their boots, that was so compelling to him. And another gift that we have interpretively is the only living vestige of that road is on the property of Cameron Art Museum. It's not reinterpreted.
Right.
It's not
just there.
Fixed
by
historians or well-meaning anyone's.
Right.
It is what it is. And so the boots. And that was really a launching pad, being able to cast from the descendants and from current servicemen and U.S. Colored Troops reenactors. So he knew the subjects. And so we have 11 life-size figures, three 3 ranks standing abreast in deep relief, so they're not fully 3-dimensionally rendered. And then the drummer comes forth in full 3-dimension, and then the color bearer leads in full 3-dimension. So just breaking out of the sculpture.
Yeah, that's fantastic. In Wilmington's history, this will be the first time that a monument is raised that's not a Confederate monument. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, so you're changing the built environment of this community and teaching a lesson in American history, right?
Well, bringing forward a little-known story, a little-known, extraordinarily important aspect of the outcome of the American Civil War. We have felt that Lynne has been with us since the very first gleam in our eye with this project, and we cannot begin to thank you enough, because we have needed one another to stay the course with this whole project.